Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we have to talk about you being employed because the last thing you ever want to hear is you're fired thanks to the artificial intelligence that randomly selected you. And here's what's going on, and welcome to the future. This is coming from the New York Post, and of course, leave it to Mark Zuckerberg to do this. Now, Facebook is the latest large tech company, if you didn't know, to begin mass layoffs. Basically, they chose 60 contractors reportedly at random to terminate using an artificial intelligence to make the decision for them. Now, according to Business Insider, workers were informed via a video conference call that they would have no work as of September 2nd, with their pay ending on October 3rd. No specific reasons were given besides they were being chosen, quote unquote, at random. Now, the layoffs are not really surprising, considering that during a company-wide question and answer meeting on June 30th, Mark Zuckerberg warned employees that recent market slumps, quote, might be one of the worst downturns that we've seen in recent history, prompting the need for, quote, aggressive performance reviews, end quote, to help weed out underperforming employees. So here's the thing. And those are the basic nuts and bolts of this. 60 individuals, contractors in this case, were basically run through an AI, and the AI, at random, I guess, chose them. But is that really a way to be terminated? And leave it to the guy that, for the most part, in my opinion, basically seems to have no soul. He was recently chided for his meta, the avatars and stuff, because they basically dead eyes, look soulless. He actually promised to go and redo that. But we're talking about a person that really, for all outwards appearances, again, in my opinion, seems to be emotionally stunted. So why not use an artificial intelligence if you don't have empathy? And that's really what I'm talking about here. Is performance tracked fully on paper? Can you really tell an artificial intelligence that have no feelings that, okay, your performance is here, but maybe your motivation is here? How's it going to understand the motivation? How's it going to understand that maybe you're contributing other things outside of the metrics that it can ingest and then analyze versus, let's say, your fellow employees? This, I think, is really bad. Now, I talked about this, I want to say 1 or 2 years ago, on the hiring side, where some companies were basically putting people through video interviews that the AI was looking at for facial recognition, for answers, and all of these stuff to hire it, and it's the same problem as well. Some people don't interview well. Some people are very introverted or simply just cannot answer questions well, but when you get them working, man, do they perform. It goes on this side as well. So I don't think this is cool. I don't think that we should be allowing artificial intelligence to make unemotional decisions on what are essentially emotional things. Firing is supposed to be difficult. I, in my life, have had to fire people, and it is not fun. You have to think about it. You have to contemplate it. You have to make sure it's right. I can't just check a box and say, yes, I'm done, and sleep well at night. And that's the whole point. And so as we are going through this, I think this is a huge problem. We are going to see more of this, and oftentimes where big tech goes, many other companies, follow along. Oh, they've got an algorithm for firing, and we don't have to make anybody feel bad about firing everybody else. Let's just let the computer give pink slips to everybody. And I think that is basically to the detriment of society, of interaction, and everything else, just as it is, I think, on hiring. I'm a fan of artificial intelligence, just not in this case. And that is your news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter, where apparently, on Facebook at least, you can be fired by AI. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well, which I'm assuming Google at some point will jump into. And as always, stay safe, stay online, and please attempt to stay private. Thanks, everyone.